There's no misinformation.
There's some disinformation from the left, but comparing it to what Donald Trump spews out every day, every week, comparing it to what Elon Musk is spewing out, unfortunately, on X, you sound like Brett Stevens right now, with all due respect.
That's Joe Scarborough losing it after Bill Maher called out the authoritarian impulses on the left and the misinformation being peddled by networks like MSNBC. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it looks like HBO recently hosted a support group for people suffering from stage 4 Trump derangement syndrome, because for some reason Bill Maher thought it would be a good idea to have Mark Cuban and Joe Scarborough on for a rational discussion about the upcoming election and Donald Trump, and it went about as well as you might expect.
You know what makes our economy, what sustains our economy? The rule of law. And that's what I believe is at stake at this election. We want a fair and equitable approach to the rule of law. The great thing about America is an idiot makes a decision like that based on politics instead of based on what their job is. You can take it to the courts. The courts will overturn it, and I guarantee you they're gonna have that decision overturned, and they're gonna have to find another reason, a better reason, a more relevant reason to deny.
And they'll learn a harder lesson. He'll just move more of his production and more of his launches somewhere else, to Florida or to Texas, wherever. I mean, they'll learn the hard way.
But it's just the attitude that I find scary, that they're far too willing to stifle freedoms, including speech, for the sake of safety or misinformation, sometimes, which is coming from everybody. It's, you know, no one has a monopoly on it. Or just power.
You're saying nobody
it's just
has
power.
A monopoly on it. Come on. That's some moral relativism right there.
Ah, yes, I love when the secular social Marxists on the left accuse others of being moral relativists, especially when they work for a network that deceptively edited a Joe Rogan clip to make it look like he endorsed terrorists, devoted hours upon hours to the Russian collusion hoax, misled people during the pandemic about things like ivermectin, dismissed the Hunter Biden laptop story, and assured us Biden was his best ever right before he botched the debate and dropped out due to reasons. I mean, I'm not really sure Joe is in a position to cast judgment on what's right and wrong when it comes to information.
I said nobody has a monopoly.
You said nobody has a monopoly on it, but that's like saying nobody has a monopoly on being a billionaire. He's got that monopoly up here. I mean, he's got more money than us. A lot more money than us. So, I don't get the. You don't get it?
I don't know what point you're making.
You're saying it's both sides, isn't it?
Well,
there is no doubt.
There's no misinformation.
There's some disinformation from the left, but comparing it to what Donald Trump spews out every day, every week, comparing it to what Elon Musk is spewing out, unfortunately, on X, you sound like Brett Stevens right now, with all due respect. It's a joke. That's a real time.
And you sound like him, who looks like Rachel Maddow. Or
You understand what I'm saying?
But I've never argued with that. I've never argued of a false equivalency. I just said there is misinformation from both sides. Well, I lived through COVID. Don't tell me there wasn't misinformation.
But there's a difference between...
I lived through stupid policies based on bad information and stifled information.
But intent matters.
That's what Zuckerberg said. He said they were forcing us not to put out...
But intent matters, right? Even back then, they were trying to save lives, even if they did it the wrong way. But here with this lady, there's no good intent. She's just trying to prove her point. If you get it wrong, trying to do the right thing...
Once again, Cuban is confusing his wealth with wisdom. I mean, it's like they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And I suspect the only reason Cuban is making this argument is so elites can cover their rears, just like they tried to do after they overextended themselves during the lockdowns and were saying things like screw your freedoms and publicly celebrating the deaths of people they disagree with. The problem with Cuban's logic on this is we no longer have an objective set of shared values to judge those intentions by, which is a bit concerning given how much the old lady lookalikes on this panel regularly compare Trump and his supporters to authoritarian monsters. But let me know what you think. Which side engages in more misinformation, the right or left? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!